There's another type of stage, the journey, the grind, the long walk through shadows. In that arena, you don't always win by volume or swagger. Sometimes you win by admitting you can't do it alone. Frodo Baggins from The Lord of the Rings is the perfect reminder that asking for help isn't weakness, it's leadership. Who he is, the small hero with the biggest burden. Frodo Baggins isn't a warrior or a king. He's a hobbit, half the size of the men around him, with no sword skills, no political power, and no natural charisma. Yet he's given the most dangerous job in Middle-earth, carrying the One Ring to Mordor and destroying it. At first, Frodo doesn't feel worthy. He's afraid, he doubts himself. But what makes him heroic isn't bravado, it's his willingness to keep going anyway, and his courage to lean on others when the weight gets too heavy. That's where you come in. Because maybe you felt the same, like the smallest guy in the room, overlooked, burdened with doubts. Frodo shows you that influence doesn't come from pretending to be invincible. It comes from being honest enough to say, I can't carry this alone. Communication. Wins Frodo's journey shows you how vulnerability itself can be a communication skill. Admitting the burden. Frodo never hides the toll the ring takes on him. His openness allows others, Sam, Aragorn, Gandalf, to step in and support him. By sharing the weight, he builds loyalty, earning loyalty through humility. Frodo doesn't demand service. He earns it through humility. He lets Sam walk beside him, lets Aragorn protect him, lets Gandalf guide him. That humility speaks louder than commands. Silent courage. Frodo doesn't make grand speeches. Most of his power comes from his presence, quiet persistence in the face of fear. His endurance itself communicates hope. Communication fails, but Frodo's style isn't perfect, and his mistakes teach you too. Isolation. At times, Frodo tries to push others away, convinced he has to do it alone. That isolation nearly destroys him. You've probably done the same, staying quiet when you needed help, thinking silence equals strength. Hesitation. Frodo's reluctance to confront conflicts head-on makes him vulnerable to manipulation, like Gollum. In real life, avoiding tough conversations leaves room for miscommunication and betrayal. Collapse under pressure. At Mount Doom, Frodo can't finish the mission. He claims the ring for himself. The truth? No one can do everything alone. This failure reminds you that real strength means leaning on others when your strength runs out. What you can learn. Frodo teaches you that vulnerability is not weakness. It's a form of communication that builds trust. When you share the burden, people lean in. When you admit you're scared but keep moving, people follow. When you ask for help, you give others a chance to show up for you. The mistake most men make is thinking they need to be the loudest or the strongest to earn respect. Frodo proves the opposite. People respect you most when you're real about your limits and keep going anyway. Applications for work, relationships, and life at work. Instead of hiding mistakes, say, I need help with this piece. I don't want to drop the ball. Colleagues will respect your honesty more than your silence. In relationships, instead of pretending everything is fine, you can admit, I've been struggling with this. It'd mean a lot if you supported me. That vulnerability builds intimacy. In personal growth, stop trying to white-knuckle everything alone. Whether it's therapy, a mentor, or just one friend you trust, asking for help is not failure, it's leveling up. Action steps. Here are 3 ways to apply Frodo's lessons this week. Name the burden. Write down one challenge you've been carrying silently. Then tell one person you trust about it. Watch how it changes the weight. Invite partnership. Next time you start a project, ask someone to join you, even if you could technically do it yourself. Practice silent courage. In one tough moment, instead of defending yourself with excuses, stay steady and calm. Let your persistence do the talking. Closing thought. Frodo Baggins proves that even the smallest person can change the course of the future, not by pretending to be the strongest, but by admitting when the burden is too heavy. His lesson is simple. You don't have to carry the ring alone. For you, that means this. Stop believing invisibility is your fate. Stop thinking you have to fight every battle in silence. True communication is saying, I can't do this alone, but I'm still going. And the men who say that, the men who show vulnerability with courage, are the ones others never forget.